So every year I make one Valentine's card, and I've never really questioned why we celebrate Valentine's Day, why it's on the 14th of February. So this year I decided to look it up, but there are lots of stories around it, but the main one seems to be that Emperor Claudius II, the Roman, wanted his young men to fight in his wars and not get married, so he outlawed marriage. And there was two priests called Valentine who continued to marry people, and he executed them on the 14th of February. So they became martyrs and were celebrated by the Catholic Church. I think that's the version that I'm going to go for. So I have got a pre-made card again, and I've cut some heart shapes out. It's always slightly more difficult when you're just making a one-off card. And I'm going to glue down the heart shapes. I've got some PVA glue for paper, so it's kind of quite a runny PVA glue. Just going to put a bit of that on there. I've got a sort of an idea of what I'm going to do with this, I think. I'm going to stick them down. These are cut out by hand. I make templates first in sort of scrap paper to try and get the shapes right. They're cut out by hand out of paper scraps, old envelopes, etc. that have got the right sort of colour. Let's put that on there. So this glue takes a while to dry, so I'm going to stick them down and then give them a bit of time to dry before I do some pen work over them. It takes a while, this glue, it gets really sticky at some points. When it's kind of semi-dry it gets really sticky. Looks like I might need a bit more around the edges. Oh. Don't want any to show because it will give me a dirty mark.